For season 5, I was thinking, okay, well, how about we play around with being more like structured in our content? I have my calendar, I plotted when will I do my YouTube recordings and all that. It didn't push through. Hello, beautiful shining souls. My name is Jostine, intuitive left guide from the Philippines. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, hello, welcome. This is the first episode of season 5. So this is after more than a month of YouTube content break. So I really allowed myself to just pause from recording, doing videos, and interestingly enough, my flow for self-expression came back for writing. So I was a little active on my YouTube channel, just sharing about, the lessons I learned after 1 full year of creating content here on YouTube. And for me, that is a huge thing because if you have been following me, you'd know that I started my channel way back, 2017, I think. So that's been more than 5 years. And I started this channel in hopes of, sharing inspiring messages and all that. And, because as a coach, one of the things that they say is that be active in different social medias. And so I, followed that advice, but it just didn't click. And I stayed with, with my writing because that is where I felt the energy, the inspiration really flowing. In a year, I'd have maybe 2-3 YouTube videos out. The only successful series that I've had before last year was when I did the mini program that I have, the Reset to a Healthier You program, which is a 60-day journey to restarting and going back to your well-being journey. And yeah, so that's for 60 days. I think I did a once a week video. So what, that's like what, 8 videos in total, more or less. Well, more than, because I have intro videos. But anyway, the point here is that, that's the only time that I really started, or that I really successfully had a complete series, so that I was able to show up consistently in doing YouTube videos. And before that, I've had like false starts. Like, I have this vision and I will have like 2-3 episodes, and then after that, gone. But last year was the first time that I was really, successful in showing up for a full year. And let me clarify that, because I wasn't like consistently for me means that I gave myself different seasons. That is why we are now in season 5, because for different seasons I have a schedule for myself. Like, I started playing around with, season 1. I said, okay, let's do a video a day project. So every single day except for Tuesdays, because that is my break. I need breaks. I made videos. No themes, like just whatever wants to be shared at that time. I did that. Okay, great. I felt good. And then season 2, I did, I think, was it 3 times a week? If I'm not mistaken, for 5 weeks. And then for season 3, that is 1 video a week for 5 or 6 weeks. And then season 4, that is 2 episodes per week. I may be wrong, but the point I'm making here is that I define for myself what consistency means for me. And so that is one of the lessons that I learned from doing this, YouTube experiment that I did last year. And that is also one of the things I shared briefly for the lessons, because I think that was my way of processing and also contemplating, okay, well, what are the things I learned? Because I also want to be sharing this to my community, And I titled that series the ABCDEs of Getting Started. And that is found on my Facebook page. If you want to check it out, I'll put it in the link below. So, what is the point of that? That was a little messy. I don't know, like, I feel like I just want to be sharing like what happened last year and where am I today. But yeah. Well, for season 5, right? We're doing episode 1 now. I was actually thinking, I think that's a good segue. I was thinking of expounding, of going like diving deeper into the different ABCDEs of getting started, because for each letter there's 3 A's, 3 B's, 3 C's, 3 D's, 3 E's of getting started. And those are the things that, I feel like it would be valuable for anyone who is getting started on their personal projects or anything, like if you want to start a habit and all that. It is not necessarily like a step 1, step 2, step 3, but these are really principles that you can apply whatever system you're following, wherever you are in your journey and all that. Like, it really helps you to, really see what is the essential things that you need to really define for yourself, be clear with yourself so that you can be guided, and that you're not just, because one of the things that, we have a problem, I'm including myself in this, for people who are pursuing their personal projects, creating personal projects, is that, when you are getting started, you're feeling that momentum, you're feeling so inspired, but then the inspiration is gone, the momentum is dwindling, and it's difficult to continue, right? Especially if you've hit a plateau. So, well, how can we keep the momentum? How can we also, find the time to start our personal projects? Because for me, this is a broad, like, what is a personal project? So for me personally, Those are the things that you feel really passionate about. There's something that there's a work that wants to be created through you, inspired work. But it can also be, simple things that you've been wanting to write a book, you've been wanting to learn how to play a guitar, you've been wanting to start your own YouTube channel, and all that, whatever that is for you, right? Or again, like, this could be a habit. You want to eat healthier, you want to have a healthier lifestyle. You'll start and then you'll stop. You'll stop, right? So these are the things that I feel would be helpful for individuals, wherever you are in your journey, whatever journey you're on. And so, to be honest, coming in, doing this recording, even before I hit record, I have no idea what to share. You know me, if you've known me. You know that I'm not a big planner, right? I will have a theme. That's why, again, like, I've experimented with different kinds of things. The longest I did was last season 4, where I shared 37 life tips that I shared because I turned 37 last year. So anyway, but other than that, like, I usually don't really have an idea on what to share. But for season 5, I was thinking, okay, well, how about we play around with being more like structured in our content? I have my calendar, I plotted when will I do my YouTube recordings and all that. It didn't push through. I'm recording this now, and this will be published tomorrow as scheduled, Feb 1. It's so crazy. So I was like thinking, like, maybe it's really, like, this is my flow. I can have some kind of structure, but if I put too much structure in myself, in the way that I'm creating, like, maybe, I mean, it's a good experiment, right? This is all an experiment and exploration. We'll see. Or maybe it's just because, we've been, we've had a long break, 1 month break, right? And so I need to get back into the groove of doing YouTube recordings and allowing the inspiration to flow as it wants to flow, right? And then maybe, who knows, by the end of the year, the last season of the year, we'll have a more structured season again. I don't know, but what is the point of all this? I guess my point here is that, first of all, welcome to season 5. And if this is the first time that you're watching me, this is a good intro to how I usually do things. And if you're a content creator yourself, I hope that what I've shared before, and if you're, finding it difficult to start a project and all that, and keep the momentum going, I hope that what I briefly shared before about, consistency and defining for yourself what consistency means for you, because it will differ. It doesn't mean every single day you'll be doing the same kind of amount of work, right? At the same level, at the same intensity. No, that will burn you out. Unless, of course, you're the type of person who enjoys that, but not everyone is built like that, right? And part of that, of defining what consistency means for you, is really getting to know yourself, getting to know your own cycles, your own preferences, your own way of creating, because this will be a very personal journey, right? And unless you're answering to someone else's schedule, right, you get to decide. You get to create your own rules and play by your own rules, right? And that is the fun of that, I feel like. So I hope that this will somehow inspire you to create the way that you feel pulled to create. You don't need to follow someone else's system. Unless, of course, you want to experiment on following their system and see how that will work for you. But in relation to that, like, be gentle with yourself if you're finding it difficult to follow certain systems to the T, right? Because what works for someone may not necessarily work for you, right? The same way that the way that I'm working, doing things may not necessarily work for you as well, right? Some people, they really thrive in having certain structures and planning their content out and really knowing what to share and all that, and they can prepare beforehand. For me, I really am flowing as I'm recording this video. I don't know what will come out of my mouth next. Like, I'm just really flowing right now. I don't even know what's my point here, but I'm sharing it as the inspiration is flowing, and that's the kind of speaker that I am. And it took me a while to really be okay with that, and really embrace that. It doesn't mean that I will stop, experimenting with having more structure and preparing my speeches or talks or whatever, right? But it gives me this permission to show up as I am and be in my power, right? And this way, I feel like I become more magnetic, and the people that really resonates with my energy gets to feel me and my energy in my rawness, in my realness, in my authenticity. And if this is somehow speaking to you, great, welcome to my space. We are in the same energetic frequency. And if not, that is totally okay. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me and then seeing what this content is all about. And if after this you're good with, you feel like you won't get anything of value from me, there's no message for you here, that's totally okay as well. That is it. Right? It's so freeing when we operate from that way, right? And thirdly, I think that's it. Like, I don't know. I feel like I gave a good intro, if ever, after this week, because for season 5 we'll be doing one video a week. So I have it for 7 weeks because the original plan is to, again, dive deeper into the ABCDEs of getting started. So there's 5 ABCDE, and then there's the intro video, so 6, and then there's the conclusion or wrap-up video, that's 7. So 7 weeks, 7 videos for season 5, but we'll see. I mean, but at least I touched it upon on this first episode, and I guess you'll just see next week what will happen. We'll see. Because I feel like sometimes there's anyway, yeah, like for example, the way that I opened this video earlier, I didn't plan that. I just felt that in the moment we need to breathe a new energy to clear the space, so to speak, and to welcome you with good, high, loving, healing energy through sounds and Reiki. So that's what I did. Whew. Wow. So I am looking at my clock. It is nearing 20 minutes. I hope that you got something out of this. I'll end the formal or the official content of this episode in that. Leave it at that, right? Thank you so much. I hope that you really received something from this. I feel like you have. But I want to take the next few minutes before we end this video to just give a quick invite. I am going to run my signature intention setting workshop this year. However, last year I did this live virtually. This year I'm being pulled to do this as a recording. It gives us more time to consume and be part of the workshop whenever, like at your own time, your own pace, on your own space, right? And I don't know why. So I feel like because there's this invitation to not really cocoon, but I guess in a way that is, because the dynamics is different when you're doing your intention setting workshop together with other people. There's a gift in that. There's a certain kind of activation in sharing space and being in a community, and that's great. However, there's also a certain kind of magic that is arising when we're doing this on our own without any other energy interacting with us, and just really focusing on ourselves and really connecting within. So I think that is what is wanting to be birthed through this intention recorded self-paced intention setting workshop, and that's why I was guided to offer this workshop in this way. However, that said, know that if you are going to purchase this and if you're going to be a part of this workshop, you're still part of the collective of the people who will be joining, because I will be, doing Reiki, energy clearing, activation for the collective, and I'm downloading the messages that wants to be shared to the people who will be participating in this workshop. So you're doing this journey by yourself, but also you're in a community as well. I don't know if that makes sense, but so yeah, anyway, yes, so at this time it is on pre-sale, and you get to receive a pre-sale bonus if you decide to purchase it before I officially launch it to the public, or I guess have the recording sent out on February 10, which is the Lunar New Year. So after that, I don't know, I don't think the prices will go up, but of course the pre-sale bonus will not available anymore, but yeah, but it will be available evergreen for now, so you can purchase it anytime you feel called to purchase it if it speaks to you. However, if you want to purchase it now, then I suggest that you do it so that you can receive the pre-sale bonus. All right, so that's just my short commercial break for this one. Anything else? Yeah, so a final message. So I've been seeing this memes on Facebook, and it's like, oh, it's January 74 already. Like this month has been like so long, right? And it's very interesting because as I am as I get more in tune with the cycles, with the natural rhythm and flow of myself and also of the world, right? Of nature, the moon cycle, the seasonal cycles and all that. I don't know, for me, I'm feeling the energy for January. It's really a transitional period, the transitional phase. We just ended 2023, right? The previous year. And I feel like January is really, and we have all the celebrations, the holiday, Christmas celebrations and all that. And I feel like January, especially the first 2-3 weeks, it's really about slowing down and being in this reflective space to reflect on how it went for you in 2023 and call in and bring in the energies that you want and that wants to be birthed and to arise for this new year, for 2024. And if you're not really familiar, I'm not an expert here, but we have the Lunar New Year on Feb 10, right? And then we have the true New Year based on human design. There's the astrological transit and all that. Again, I'm not an expert on that, but I'm just like referencing it for those of you who are familiar with human design. It started on January 22. So really, we're just in the beginning of the new year, if you think about it, right? And the current calendar year that we have is it Greco-Roman, I think. I'd have to read more about it, like how it came about, but yeah. And if you are living in the you have like the 4 seasons. It's still winter time, and then if you're on the opposite side of the world, it's what is the opposite? Is it spring? But anyway, like the the the, the cycle, right? The cycle. It's still like, I don't know. Like for me, that's how it feels. Could be wrong. But because we have been, like, the society is conditioned, or we have received this message that January is the start of the new year, and you know have to start the year right, and be like, have this motivation to start our projects, our new year resolutions and all that. And yeah, it feels long, but I don't know, maybe there's something about it, like maybe we're not supposed to go at it right at the start of the new year. Maybe it's an invitation for us to have that space to collect ourselves and breathe, right? Breathe. We just ended a whole year. Give ourselves that breathing space to transition to the new year. If you haven't started your projects yet, like, that's okay. If you haven't set your intentions yet, I think that's why I was guided to offer the intention setting workshop at this time, right? Because I was also feeling into my energy. I was planning to give this at the start of the new year, right? Second, third week of January, but it didn't flow, right? So I was also guided to wait, let's step back and really properly align our goals, our intentions, calling the energies and all that. So I don't know. I think this is just for me to share with you the message of be gentle with yourself, right? And again, like with the consistency, you get to decide your own calendar. Again, unless you are answering for someone else's calendar, like if you're working, okay, well, that's work. But for you personally, for your personal projects, personal goals, personal intentions and dreams and aspirations, like, you get to decide when to start and when to start again and again and again and again. Right? This is your life, this is your journey. Yeah, I know it is, there's that fear of missing out factor, especially if you're looking and seeing what is happening outside of yourself. But I mean, you don't need to follow other people's calendar or timing or pacing. You get to decide that for yourself. And that is one of the things that you will be invited to do when you join the intention setting workshop. So again, that's a final invitation for you to be a part of this year's intention setting workshop. So I'll be putting the links in the description box so that you can check it out and see if this is for you or not. Alright? Anything else that wants to be shared? Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. We are going to do one video a week, so I would expect that it will run more than 20 minutes, so I'm giving myself permission on that. So, just FYI. So thank you so much, everyone. The chickens, the roosters are saying welcome as well. You might have missed them, so they will be part of our recordings. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, welcome to episode 1, season 5, and I cannot wait to see what will unfold this season for our YouTube journey. Peace, love, and light. The world is waiting for your magic.